Hello and welcome to today's. Oh my god, this is not a good start. Hello and welcome to today's episode of Football with Jules. That's the new name. I'm going to try a new thing. Hey, Phoebe. Oh, she looks so cute right now. So, with the absence of any Christmas countdown, I decided to make some new vlogs because that's the kind of gal I am. And I did prepare some topics. I can't speak today. I do not know what's happening. My friends aren't back from uni yet. And my mum is working, being a full-time mum and all that. And my brother goes to school, so I just sit around all day, kind of talking to myself. And that's not enough. It's really bad, I can't speak anymore. Anyway, it's a beautiful day here in Britain, the UK. I'm still not sure where to look, but I'm going to keep focusing over there. And yeah, so we have some things to talk about today. It has come to my attention that there has been a bit of rivalry going on in terms of, and this is the saddest thing, Harry Potter houses. Now, I am a proud member of Pottermore and have been Harry Potter obsessed since day one, as I'm sure a lot of people my age can say they are. And so I pretty much lived and breathed it since I was... God, how old was I when it came out? I don't know. When was the first book? Hang on, I'm going to do some research. Brobdingnagian. Anybody heard that word? I had to save a tab of it because I thought it was a really cool word and I want to learn it and say it in like a casual conversation. It means big. So I'd be like, oh well, that dog is simply Brobdingnagian. Hello, cat. Like a cat. I don't think I do have ADHD. I think there's just a lot of animals. And what are you going to do when there are lots of animals around? What can you do? The first Harry Potter book came out in 1997. Fantastic. That's the year my brother was born, so I was 3.5 when it first came out. So it was the first book I ever read. And my parents read them to me. That made no sense. They read them to me, and then slowly I began to read them as the later ones came out and I was more able to read. So I've literally grown up with them. A lot of my friends have literally grown up with them. And even when it's over, we continue to live Harry Potter. And that is why this one conversation constantly comes up in any group I am with. So this started off with my group of friends that I went to sixth form with and secondary school. And it all begins with, if you had to put everybody in a house, a Hogwarts house, what would it be? And this causes so much turmoil. Of my first group of friends, everybody wanted to be in Gryffindor. Because you would. Because Harry Potter's in Gryffindor. Harry Potter. And Hermione is. And Ron is. Because let's face it, everybody prefers Ron. I'm pretty sure it's been proven nobody really likes Harry Potter. People think he's a bit of a arrogant twat. Bless him. But we love him all the same. We just love Ron more. Anyway, so everybody wants to be in Gryffindor. And as a result, somebody had to be sorted into the bad ones. Because, based on personalities, you're going to sort... Everybody's going to be different. So we had a couple of Gryffindors, fair enough. We had a couple of Slytherins, who later turned out to be proud of being in Slytherin. They went really evil with it. It was quite funny. And then we had one Hufflepuff. And it was my friend Lindsay. And she was not particularly pleased with being sorted into Hufflepuff by us. So there was basically about a month in which we just called her Hufflepuff. We did not call her Lindsay at all. And she was really, really annoyed with the fact, and she constantly tried to prove that she was otherwise. But she's just Hufflepuff through and through. And I would like to ask, why do people hate Hufflepuff so much? Because you'd think it would be Slytherin, the evil wizards. You'd think you'd hate the evil house. But no, we hate the boring house. Because Hufflepuff don't do anything. And, Ravenclaw, they're proud. No, they're not. They're clever. Ravenclaw are clever and wise. and Slytherin are proud and pure, and Gryffindor are brave and courageous and all that shit. But what are Hufflepuff? And I'm pretty sure the book said they're loyal. But nobody seems to consider that a good virtue. Nobody seems to think, well, they're cool then, aren't they? Because they don't really appear that much. They kind of pop in every now and again. They're always the, if there's an extra character, they're in Hufflepuff. And their animal's a badger. So basically, I can understand why she was not best pleased with this. And this is turning on to a full-blown Harry Potter rant, and I sound like a total nerd. So I'm going to offer a defence. I'm going to defend Lindsay, and I'm going to say that Hufflepuff is my favourite house. And there is a reason for this. Because Hufflepuff, in the final stand, was the only house to willingly stay with the Gryffindors. Now, the Gryffindors stayed because they are brave idiots. Because there is a very thin line between bravery and idiocy, and I think Gryffindor just highlights that for everybody. And I will say, I was sorted into Gryffindor on Pottermore, so I'm saying this from a completely unbiased perspective. Gryffindor are brave idiots, and they stayed to fight for their cause because that's what their hearts told them, and that's why they were sorted into Gryffindor. Slytherin were dungeoned because they're evil, not all of them. And Ravenclaw kind of, some left, some stayed. They're kind of divided because they're wise and they know that they don't really want to fight. Hufflepuff stayed in that final fight. I'm pretty sure all of them. I can't remember. I'm not going to quote the book, but from what I remember about reading it, they stayed. And that is because they are loyal. And that is because they are really decent people, and they're the only people that stayed there because that's what their values told them to do. So, Hufflepuff haters, they are not boring. They're just unique. They don't have anything particular to define them, but they will stay for a good fight, and in the end, they were what really finished Voldemort off. You know, never mind Harry Potter's last duel with him. If the Hufflepuffs hadn't been there, he wouldn't have gone that far. So, Lindsay, if you watch this, you should be proud of being Hufflepuff. And everybody that was sorted into Hufflepuff on Pottermore, be proud. And if you were any of the others, and if you were a Gryffindor, I'd say sorry for calling you a brave idiot, but we're brave idiots, so what can you do? I think I'm more of the idiot than the brave, but we'll see one day. Maybe I'll prove it to myself. I've been rambling on for like nearly 10 minutes now, and this is going to take a hell of a lot of editing. And I'm going to go into town because it's a beautiful day in the UK, and it is 2:14. So, I bid you goodbye. I don't know why I just winked. I didn't used to be able to do that. Anyway, bye!